Iowa LULAC Council 10 in Davenport is the largest in the United States. Since their establishment 65 years ago, they have been working on issues impacting Latinos.
Our TV6 Report for America Corps member Estefania Pinto Ruiz tells us about their efforts for this upcoming election.
Members of LUCAC Iowa are coming to neighborhoods like this one to encourage Latino voters to register and to increase their representation in the polls. The Latino demographic has grown each census, which led to LULAC councils across Iowa to take the streets and reach out to their communities into what they call a day of action.
Primarily, we gave them information on where they can vote, whether they're registered, what area they should go to precinct-wise, and what the dates are.
The process to increase Latino representation has been a long effort. LULAC has filed multiple lawsuits that were affecting Latino representation in the polls. One of those was the ballots, and voter registration were only in English, which is against federal law. Along with that, they are working to combat disinformation.
The current auditor is a Republican. The question that was asked to both candidates was what about these illegally voting? What about these people, trying to steal the election? And her response was, number one, that very, very rarely happens.
On their day of action, LULAC knocked 400 doors and sent over 400 postcards in the QC area. They also gave out packets to help people get signed up to vote and break down the candidates that will be on the ballot.
Information hasn't been given to people like us. That's something for other people to worry about, not people that look like me. So for years and years, that information, whether purposely or it just so happened that it didn't get to us, because
LULAC Iowa will continue its efforts to bring Latino voters to the poll, trying to make sure everyone exercise their right to vote. In Davenport, Iowa, I'm Estefania Pinto Ruiz, TV6 News, Report for America.
LULAC Iowa will have its next event on October 27th at the West Liberty Public Library at 11 a.m. for early voting. And in the U.S., 14.7% of the population is Hispanic. Just over 44% of Latinos are registered to vote, and almost 39% have voted. In Illinois, almost 15% of the state's population is Hispanic. Around 37% of Hispanics in the state are registered to vote, and around 33% have voted. Meanwhile, in Iowa, around 4% of the state's population is Hispanic. 39% of Hispanics are registered to vote, and 37% have voted.